Unlike pretty much every other car brand, Citroen has built its reputation by making interesting cars, rather than the ones that are likely to make a profit. This logic contributed to the brand's first bankruptcy just 15 years after the company was formed, but the spirit of innovation and ingenuity and a healthy dash of French pride has helped the brand reach its 100th anniversary in 2019. Citroen Australia is celebrating the centenary at this year's Motor Classica in Melbourne, and I'm here thanks to some very trusting owners to drive some of the most significant Citroens ever. And if you're looking for more detail, you can read the full story on carsguide.com.au. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please hit like and subscribe to stay on top of all our latest videos. So I'm with Ted, and Ted has 8 old Citroens.
That's correct.
Tell me, Ted, tell us about your 8 old Citroens. 2 de chevaux?
6 de chevaux.
6? 6, right so. We're in one of Ted's 6 de chevaux, or 2 CVs. This one's a 1989 dolly? 86 dolly. So pretty late, they made them until 1990?
Correct.
From 1948. So Ted's had his dolly since 1998, so 21 years, and it's got 44,000 miles on the clock. Wow, so we've got synchro in all gears. There's a nominal synchro between first and second. Treat it gently.
Yeah, there's meant to be a synchro on first, but it sort of isn't really.
Right. So we've got an air-cooled 2-cylinder flat twin, a bit like a BMW motorbike.
Yes.
And designed for France's largely vehicle-less rural market in the 30s and 40s.
It was designed originally in 1948 after the Second World War to get people back on the road and to get them out of livestock and for farmers and
off horses and carts
to get around.
And so the 2CV is famous for its simplicity and ability to cross all sorts of crazy terrains. It's got massive suspension travel, independent at both ends. And I believe it was the first car designed for a radial tyre.
I think the Traction had radial tyres.
Oh, okay.
The Traction was taken over by Michelin, so they put their own tyres.
Because Michelin owned Citroen at the time, didn't they? Wow. A genuine de chevaux experience here as she came from the factory. And she's in outstanding condition for, I mean, I suppose she's only, what's that, 33? So how much power do you think Dolly's making?
I think it's about, this particular model is about 33 kilowatts.
That's not bad. And what's the capacity? About 600 cc?
Yeah, 602.
Wow. So Dolly's a 2CV6 model, which if you look at the badge you think, wow, a V6, but it's not a V6. Ted was telling me that it's got 6 windows.
Yeah, that's a bit of a trick.
Which gives you remarkable visibility, actually. Is the brakes vacuum assisted?
Disc brakes on the front. Drums on the back. Disc brakes
on the front.
Inboard.
Inboard discs, which keeps the weight in the middle, Ted tells me. So I'm with Eric in his Traction Avant. Is that the appropriate name for it?
Yeah, that's what they're called, Citroen Traction Avant. So I found this car in the outback. It had been sitting under a tarp for 20 years. The dogs used the back seat for its kennel.
Right.
But it was 100% complete. So every single thing you see on this car, except for the GPS, was on the car when I bought it. The paintwork had been basically sandblasted by the desert and so forth. All the rubbers were perished. All it needed was someone to spend some money on it and turn it back into a new car. So I stripped it down to the bare nothing and rebuilt it from the ground up, and basically put another 30 years of life on it. So it's a brand new car. In fact, today for me is as big an adventure as it is for you guys, because no one else has driven this car before.
First car to have, first mass production vehicle to have a monocoque chassis.
Yes.
Front wheel drive.
Yes.
And there's a third. What was the third?
rack and pinion steering.
Rack and pinion steering?
Citroen invented rack and pinion steering.
Independent all-round suspension?
Oh yeah, because it's got torsion bar suspension, every wheel's independent. And the torsion bar suspension is adjustable, so this car can be adjusted to 75mm clearance.
Just 75?
Yeah.
Right.
You can put
So the legal ride height for cars on Australian roads is 100mm?
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
And so as a consequence, these cars were used for hill climbing in the 30s and 40s and 50s, and they outrun MGs and Jags in hill climb racing because of the front wheel drive and the torsion bar suspension, and the fact that there's no tunnel. Because it's front wheel drive, there's no tunnel.
Flat floor in the front here.
And the whole floor is completely flat, which gave it better suction capability on the ground.
Right.
And that was an inadvertent design initiative that they didn't realise at the time it had, and it's one of the reasons why it was so good as a hill climb car.
And looking at it from the outside, I mean, you don't really see it in still photos, but following it from behind, it looks remarkably low for a car of its era. And we're only sort of tootling around here, but you can tell the centre of gravity is much lower than the norm. So I'm with Ian in his Citroen DS. What year is your DS?
It's a Citroen D Special, actually.
D Special, to be correct. We're now in third gear as well.
Yes, you've done well. This is the base model Citroen, but they tricked them up by this stage. So it's got everything that a DS Plus would have, except the trim, really. It's really just left. They were just different inside and a bit different outside.
So it didn't have the velour trim. Ian's is gorgeous velour, ultra comfortable. It's like your grandmother's couch. So coming out of the Traction Avant and the TCV, Ian's DS is light years ahead, and it is incredible to experience it firsthand. The reputation, smooth ride, amazing refinement. We're still a manual, but it's a 5-speed manual on the column. Synchro one first?
Synchro one first, yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So what year's yours again?
74.
74.
But this has got a different engine from the standard engine and a different gearbox. That's why it's got a 5-speed gearbox. Normally this came with a 4-speed gearbox. It's got a fuel injected engine, like a DS21.
Right, a mechanical fuel injection?
No, it's electronic by this stage.
Wow.
It's very primitive, nevertheless.
Wow. We've also got power steering. We've got the hydro pneumatic suspension, which is like riding on a liquid cloud.
Which is the feature of the car that sets it apart from all the other cars, the suspension.
This is a very easy car to drive. Another fascinating thing, you can't see this on the camera, but the brake pedal's like a mushroom.
Which you've got used to very quickly, haven't you?
It's quite sensitive.
It is sensitive, but it's not.
For its time, you know, I expect you'd have to put a bit of muscle into it.
No, you don't need to.
But it's
powered, it's also hydraulic.
Right.
With the same system that the steering and the suspension are on. They're all run by the same system.
Really? Quite easy to modulate.
Yes.
You don't have to reach for it, it's kind of
it's
just
there.
there.
You just slip your foot off the accelerator and there it is.
Yeah.
They were very clever cars.
And don't forget, if you're looking for more detail, you can read the full story at carsguide.com.au. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe to stay on top of all our latest videos.